Hello everyone, my name is Frances Castro. I am a new teacher. This is my first year teaching. I will be teaching middle school world languages and 8th grade Spanish. I'm super excited, and here's an overview of my classroom, and stick around to see how I transform this classroom. So here's one of my cabinets. I don't know what that's about, but we'll get it figured out. I'm gonna empty this out and move it and place it over there because this is where I want my desk to be. Currently it's right here, but there's a door right there, and I want to be able to use this as a quiet corner because I'm not gonna allow the students to use that exit. Instead, I have this other door, and I just don't want my desk to be in front of a door because I'm gonna have bean bags in here and stuff. Like if there's a need for an emergency, the bean bags are easily movable, so I just don't want my desk right there. So here I am just organizing one of my cabinets. I have a bunch of extra expo markers that the district just provides, and then I'm putting those on the corner. In this section of this cabinet, I basically just have like extra materials, and then also the color pencils, scissors, and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so this is what I have going on so far. As you can see, I filled up the trash bin. The reason why this is so full is because this used to be the French teacher and Spanish teacher classroom, and I unfortunately do not speak French, and therefore I am not teaching French, and so this is a lot of like recycle things that are, in French. I am teaching world languages, however I'm only teaching the numbers and the colors in French. So I did keep, this is all posters. I did keep some of the posters that are in French, but just like the color ones and the numbers. And then also I am going to be keeping all of these posters that have like the different countries because it is world languages and Spanish. So you can see this is a poster that I am gonna keep because these are phrases that I'm hoping to learn so that I can teach the kids as well. I don't have to, it's not mandated for me, but I'm going to try. So right now this is what we got going on. This bottom part of the cabinet I need to still clean and dust, but this is all stuff that is materials that I'm not sure if I'm going to use or need because they are not mine, but I also don't want to get rid of them just yet, so they're gonna stay at the bottom of the cabinet in case I need them in the future. They are there. Now the second section is Kleenex on the left. Right here in the middle, that Amazon box is actually more of those. It's like a little dividers, wooden dividers, which is the yellow piece and the blue piece. And then on this side, it's just a bunch of stuff that I like, paper clips, staples, scotch tape, sticky notes, things like that I need to get bins for that I just didn't know was here, and because it's not mine, and so they're just right there in that corner for now until I get organizing bins. Okay, and in this middle section right here I have dictionaries. I have whiteboards over there, and then right here I have stuff that the kids would use. For example, I have highlighters, crayons, permanent markers, pencils, regular markers, rulers, and scissors. And then I have here, all of these are color pencils, and then these are erasers. I have this bin with the glue sticks and regular glues, and then back here I have a bunch of permanent dry erase markers, and then behind I have a bunch of flashcards, and then I have just loose leaf paper right here, just white paper here, and some of these folder thingies. And then right here I do have some material that the previous teacher left, and I just kind of want to go through that later on. And then up here, this is going to be where I keep my games. So I have some board games up here already. These are a time telling game with a bunch of clocks in here, dice, and then other like things for bingo. This is empty. And right here I have posters that are from around the world. what I think I can do with this activity is just assign a poster for students, and then they have to research that country that they got. And then these are bins that the previous teacher left, little caddies, but I don't know if I'm gonna use them or not, so they're there for now. So yeah, this is an overview of how it's looking right now. And then this one over here is empty as of right now. This is stuff that I do not want. This I do want. I'm taking this home with me today. But this is things that I don't want. I don't want those clipboards because I actually bought a bunch of my own and those wouldn't match. So I'm getting rid of that stuff. These are decorations that just have to be put in that cabinet. Oh, I forgot to mention, this cabinet, for the most part, at least half of it's going to be decorations for the classroom. And this is where I'm going to store like my Day of the Day, Dia de los Muertos stuff, my Christmas stuff, and any other decorations that I might have, posters and things like that for the classroom. So that's going to be like the main purpose of this cabinet. I did move the filing cabinet over here. I'm going to see if I can get rid of that. And yeah, I ended up moving the cabinet that was right here because this is the wall that I want to put my desk in front of. Again, I want this to become like a little chilling area zone for my students. So because I don't want that door to be accessible. Since my classroom is not wide, it is long, but it's not wide, so it's really hard for me to do alternative seating options where I have beanbags all around the room. So this is the best option for me to have my students have an alternative option is seating area in this corner.
Baby, you don't know what you do to me. Between me and you, I feel like chemistry. I won't let no one come and take your place. Cause the love you give, it can't be replaced. So no one else will do like you do. That's why I don't mind spend my life with you. I wanna please you in any way I can. I wanna share my world, don't you understand? Your love is a one in a million. It goes on and on and on. You give it all day long. Your love is a one in a million. It goes on and on and on. You give me a really good feeling all day.
So I decided to install some shelves, and here I'm using my stud finder in order for me to install my track for me to be able to place my shelving. I did forget to show you, but I will show you at the end of this video how the shelving turned out, and I really like it.
Turn me inside out, make my heart beat. Need no one else, you're all I need. Personality, everything you do, it's me love, everything about you. Your smile, your style, so fly, I can't deny. I got a crush on you, that's truly. I'm digging you, you make me believe. Your love is a one in a million. It goes on and on and on. You give.
So here are some stuff that I got from my Amazon wish list that I shared on my Facebook page with my friends and family. Someone was so kind. They know who they are, and they literally basically bought everything on my Amazon wish list. They got all of the books that I wanted. They also bought me the toothpaste and toothbrushes, excuse me, that I wanted. And then they also bought me the deodorants, like the boy deodorants and the feminine deodorants, as well as pads and tampons that I had on there, mini toothpaste. I teach middle school, so this is the time where kids are going through puberty, smells or periods, and sometimes basic hygiene is what some kids might be lacking or are unable to afford. So I want to be that safe space where they can actually feel comfortable with going and grabbing what they need. I'm actually going to store them in that bin over here, because I'll show you. I have pencils, note cards, erasers, pens, and then these two bins are going to be emptied out. And one of these is where I'm going to put the toothpaste and the toothbrushes. The other one's where I'll put tampons and pads. And then here I have band-aids, and then I'll also put deodorants in two of these. This one particularly, I just kind of have things that they'll actually reach for, that they'll need, so that when they're back here, their classmates don't have to question if they won't know if they came for a pencil, for an eraser, or for a band-aid. It's like a community bin for everybody to grab what they need. So this is why I have it back here, because the way my classroom is set up, everybody's kind of facing that way. And some kids might just be a little bit uncomfortable or even embarrassed to see if their classmates think that they're grabbing a tampon or toothbrush or whatever. So this is why I put it back here. That way it's a little bit more discreet, and there, like I said, there's pencils and pens, so if they come back here, they grab what they need and they go to do what they got to do, and nobody is going to question them. And I'm going to make that very clear to them at the beginning of the class as well. That's going to be one of the expectations and things that we go over about our classroom. So yeah, this is why I have it here, and I love it, and it's actually pretty nice and big, so it will definitely fit a lot. Like I said, these two are just filled right now because there's stuff that actually needs to go somewhere else, and I just put them there for now. I look a mess, but it's not why we're here. I'm wearing absolutely zero makeup. I woke up and took a shower, had something to eat, and headed over here. And I actually woke up really late because I wasn't feeling well this morning. My head was hurting and my throat was hurting, and my boyfriend's actually getting sick, and so is his mom, so I think she got us both sick. Anyway, at one point this was a math classroom. But yeah, here is what is going on. I honestly don't know what to do. I have so much to do, but I can't do much because my walls are not painted. They were supposed to be painted and they haven't gotten to it yet. I did install my shelves and got the 48 inches instead, to be longer. And I think what I'm gonna do right now is organize the shelves and put the stuff that I'm gonna put up there, and actually probably hang my mirror and some of the things that are going to go on the wall for decor. And if they're going to paint, they can just take them down, because at this point I can't wait any longer. Break down some boxes, and I'm just going to get started. Otherwise I feel like I'm just going to waste my time walking around and doing nothing. So I decided to start by taking out the things that I don't need in my classroom. A lot of these things are things that the previous teachers had in here. And I'm just going to go ahead and take them to the teacher's lounge, because that's where we were told to put the stuff that we no longer wanted for other teachers to take a look at to see if they want for their classrooms. Games and put them in my game area. This is where I'm gonna keep my games.
Turn me inside out, make my heart beat. Need no one else, you're all I need. Personality, everything you do, it's me love, everything about you. Your smile